If we're talking about UAE, I would be honest and say I don't believe there's any.
You've been very successful very quickly.
The foundation of any business is definitely a good business plan and a strategy. I don't want to sound like a lot cliche, but because our logo, the Guideway.
That's because you do believe in first impressions, right?
No, I do, and I do believe that I should. I used to play basketball, but I got injured when I was young by a bad car accident. The first job I got here was with Emirates Airlines. I was a cabin crew.
So Guideway is born. You have the name, you have the brand. You've done the right thing. And interestingly,
This is who I am. I know a lot of people made money quickly, you know, and good for them. But as I said, I don't look like it might come by luck. It might come by hard work as well. I started receiving inquiries from a lot of people that I literally don't know. But we have always to keep in mind that the paid ad and the lead generation, it is important, especially building your pipeline, growing your lead count in general. But the organic is like your brand, you know.
and that's one problem that my business had, right? I had these brand guidelines. They got put in Google Drive. We hired one agency, didn't follow them, totally changed the colors. All social profiles and content looks totally different. Another person comes in, doesn't follow them again, changes again.
People moving to this country here, they have to build an identity through their brand.
Yeah.
Just being there, you will have premium clients as well.
So what's the first step then? Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Founder Stories, the Dubai edition. I'm super excited today because I'm here with a friend of mine, George, who is the CEO and founder of Guideway. Thanks for coming down, George.
Thank you for having me, Simon.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this one actually.
Yeah, same here.
And I know it's special because you don't do too many podcasts, so
No, I don't.
you bless me with your presence.
No, I'm happy to do it.
Okay, cool. Let's start out, if you don't mind, for those of you guys who are watching or listening who don't know who George is, and he is all over social media and Instagram, so you may have seen him before. Just tell us, what do you do now? Who's your ideal client for your company? How do you help them? And then what we'll do, we'll reverse back, because the purpose of this podcast is to give people actionable, relatable advice to understand how you became successful so they can take some of those steps back into their own businesses. So over to you. Let us know, what is Guideway? Who's your ideal client and how do you help them?
Sure. Well, Guideway, we do specialize in setting up businesses, but we basically help entrepreneurs and business owners from all around the world to relocate to the UAE.
Okay.
I know it's always challenging when you're moving to a new country. You don't know who's your trusted supplier,
Yeah.
what's the right connection to have, who to deal with. So we try our best to facilitate this and to be like your one-stop shop.
Okay.
So even if you just have a business idea,
Yeah.
so we start helping you with a pitch deck for investors, feasibility studies.
Okay.
If you already have all that, we do the consultation to see what's better for you as a legal structure for your company.
Yeah.
Is it mainland? Is it free zone? And then we take it one step ahead. We do the logo, the full branding, website, design, development, marketing, social media management.
So would you say it's like a go-to-market business service offering? So you're actually advising them because they want to come to the UAE, either for tax avoidance, or they're physically moving here, or they want to enter the market. So the first step is, okay, what structure do they need? Like we would do in the UK. What's the right company? Where's the right zone? So on and so forth. But that's just the foundation, right? What you really add value in then is their go-to-market strategy. How are they going to actually grow their business?
Yeah, because the UAE market is always booming.
Yeah.
But
sure.
If you don't stand out, the competition is fierce in this country.
Yeah.
So yes, there are a lot of opportunities, but you need how to make the right strategy, starting from your branding to your marketing, and then the operation as well.
Yeah.
And then you need support from tax consultants, from lawyers, either in your home country, let's say in the UK, or in Dubai. That's why we partnered with lawyers there, tax consultants, same here.
Yeah.
So at least you have the right expert to give you the advice, the strategy to move in here.
Instead of having to go to 8, 9, 10 different suppliers.
Yeah,
Someone
and
can come to you from initial setup right through to marketing, right through to customer delivery, branding, messaging, advertising, marketing, these kind of things.
yeah,
Okay.
especially like you might be lucky and find from the first 5 suppliers a trusted one.
Yeah.
But after being here like more than 13 years, I've seen a lot of unfortunately non-professional people. They
Yeah.
pretend to be professional, but then you end up paying extra and you have to do all the job from the beginning.
Yeah. And how long have you been running the business now?
The business has been a year so
Yeah.
far, like exactly a year.
Yeah. And you've been very successful very quickly. Like if you guys look up George online, look up his website, what struck me when we met was most people will approach things in a different way. I think they will launch their website on a shoestring. Their branding won't be very good. They won't have put much, and I did all of these things.
Yeah.
They won't have put much into their name. For example, when we launched, we were called SRK Accounting. So we're now called GrowFactor. We spent a lot of money on our rebrand. We did that 10 years in because for the first 10 years, when people Googled SRK Accounting, guess what they got? The first 90% of the search results were different Shah Rukh Khan fan sites. Right, because it's SRK.
Right.
So not ideal, and that was just my initials, and I came from KPMG, so I didn't put much thought into it. But this is what most people do, whereas you're advising people to do it a different way, right? Before they go to market, and this is one of the things you said to me, spend some time actually thinking about your brand, your strategy, your ideal client, your positioning. How are you going to market your product and service? How are you going to price it? These kind of things.
Yeah, because I believe like if you don't build the foundation correct, nothing will last forever.
Yeah.
So, and the foundation of any business is definitely a good business plan and a strategy.
Yeah.
But definitely your brand. Your brand, this is what's gonna last with you.
Yeah.
So if you don't build it properly from the very beginning, I know for some people it's frustrating because they don't see the business is running yet while they believe they're wasting time on branding and website and online presence.
And they haven't
but this is what's gonna last with you.
So would you say people should prove there's a market there first before branding in some way?
Look, if we're talking about UAE, I would be honest and say I don't believe there's any niche or any field that is not working well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I know it's not the case in all the countries, but now because all the sectors in this country are booming, so you have an opportunity, whatever the field you are in.
Yeah.
But how are you gonna stand out? It's different market. You have to have your brand worked on from day one.
Yeah.
Because this is how you're gonna build your reputation. You are in a country where a lot of new people are coming, a lot of people might be leaving, a lot of turnover in the country. So once you build this, you will be recommended, referred by other clients, and this is where you start building your reputation through referrals.
Yeah, and that's a big thing here. Reputation, well, anywhere now, reputation is everything, right? Because you can't afford to overpromise and underdeliver because someone only needs to leave you one bad review, and that can massively, like we know this, we've been in business for 15 years. And our reputation is everything, and we have a money back guarantee, and we have to follow through on that. Whereas maybe in the past, not that we would do this, but we could get away with making mistakes because there wasn't social media and ability for people to post their thoughts before they've even thought about it, you know, in their experiences, but good and bad. It now allows people to post positive reviews. Like I went to a hotel in Ibiza. I was only there for 4 or 5 hours. I had such a good experience in the first 4 or 5 hours. I went onto Google reviews and posted a 5-star review.
Yeah, definitely. This is like, especially now when you mentioned this, the first impression.
Yeah.
Like I believe in the first impression more than anything.
Which is why I had to convince George to not wear a suit today.
Yeah.
Why he's got casual clothes.
Yeah.
And actually in this shot, you can see he's actually wearing trainers. Yeah. Which I've never seen before.
No, just for you.
Yeah, just for me. But that's because you do believe in first impressions, right?
No, I do. And I do believe that I should show up, like not anyone of the team first.
Yeah.
Like me, I'm the brand image. So I have to show up the first time. Either it's a physical meeting or video call, a Google Meet, I have to show up.
Yeah.
I have to build this first impression correctly. And this is how we build a long business relationship with our clients.
And over here, it's different, right? Like I remember when I first came and I wanted to go to the DIFC area for lunch and took shorts. Like I'm normally walking in shorts, Birkenstocks, t-shirt. And I turned up to meet my friend who's a wealth manager who basically sent me back to the hotel to get changed and said, this is not how we do things here, right?
No.
You can't be going to a nice restaurant in cargo shorts and Birkenstocks. Like maybe in 5 years things will, and you can see it's starting to slightly evolve, especially around like Media City and different areas of Dubai. But I think it's nice. There is a respect thing. You meet someone for the first time, you make an effort to dress nicely. And
Yeah, it is like, I would say this is a cultural thing in this country. Like
Yeah.
knowing that majority of the people here are expats, but still this is a built-in culture that
Yeah.
you have to dress properly for
Yeah.
any meeting, especially the first meeting.
yeah,
And yeah, I still definitely wear some shorts sometimes, but like not on a business meeting.
yeah. And is this something that you help people with? So say someone's coming from the UK and they want to come over here and set up a business. Okay, you're going to help them with the setup and the structure and the go-to-market strategy. But what about cultural alignment? What about understanding of best practices, things like that? Is your business a consultancy that also helps? Like, do your clients lean on you for those kind of things and those kind of questions?
Look, the funny thing is, yes, I have a lot of clients ask like how we should behave in
Yeah.
this environment, let's say. The good thing is I come from Lebanon originally.
Okay.
So I've been here 13 years.
Yeah.
So bringing the Lebanese culture with the Emirati culture, we do speak Arabic, both of us. So we know how to adapt to each other culture.
Yeah.
The difference is when someone is coming, let's say from Europe, from US, they still, in a lot of cases, they believe that it's a very strict culture, but it's not, right?
Yeah.
It's a very open culture,
Yeah.
but you still have to respect some dress code, some behaviors, in public especially.
Yeah.
So yes, I do give advice because people ask me like, shall I dress this way if I'm invited to a business dinner, let's say?
Yeah.
And there are like some big businessman from here or someone from the Emirati businessman.
Yeah.
So I do give the right advice. It's not about being like restricted.
Yeah.
I would say it's more like showing respect for their culture and their country.
Yeah, for sure. I think like if you go and live, like I want to move here. If I move my family here, I'll understand the adaptation so that I can be seen as welcome by everyone.
Yeah.
And adapt to the culture that I'm in. Okay, all right. We'll come back to Dubai because that was one of my questions about living in Dubai and how you find that. And you've been here for 13 years and I only come for a week every month. So I'm still getting used to Dubai. Just to box off what you do now, and then I'm going to reverse back because what I'm really interested in is how you got to this point. If you were to put in a sentence on your Instagram profile or your LinkedIn profile, I help this kind of person do this, what would that sentence be for you?
Well, I don't want to sound like a lot cliche, but because our logo, the Guideway, it's written
Yeah.
under it. The slogan is unlocking opportunities.
Okay.
So basically, this is what we do.
So you help business owners unlock opportunities, right?
Exactly. I know that there's a big opportunity now here. If you've seen the migration of millionaires from all around the world and billionaires, there's actually a map showing that, like where are the most countries where the billionaires are migrating from, and what's the most country receiving them. The most country receiving them is the UAE.
Yeah.
So opportunities here are big. Especially now we have the Vision 2040 to double up the population in Dubai.
Okay.
So I believe we're going to reach this number before,
Yeah.
based on the numbers, how they are increasing year after year.
Yeah.
So yes, unlocking opportunities I
For
would say.
business owners, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who are already operating, presumably. but in other-
Even though they are just like startups or business idea, like we help them, as I said, with the pitch deck for investors,
Yeah.
feasibility studies, financial projections, And through our connections, we help them find the right investors to fund their business and startup.
Okay. All right. Great. Just tell me, however far back you want to go, like you grew up in Lebanon, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were born there.
Yep.
And you lived there until 13 years ago.
Yes.
So did you have your first job? I don't know how old you are actually, so you don't have to say. Did you have your first job in Lebanon and then come to Dubai? What was the first thing that you did out of education? And
Look,
how
to be
did this
honest,
entrepreneurialism kind of start?
if I want to answer like about being entrepreneurs, and it didn't start a very long time ago. I started working at a young age, at
Yeah.
around 15 years old.
Okay.
It was like more part-time jobs with
Yeah.
the school, you know. I started working in the beginning into like restaurants. Then there was like Habtourland, like it was a very like Disneyland. I wouldn't say that big,
Yeah.
but it was very big project in the Middle East. So
Yeah.
I used to work there as well for a while. I used to do a lot of sports.
Yeah.
So I got a sponsorship like from school, from university, you know, like they help a little bit.
Yeah. What sports did you play?
I used to play basketball
Okay.
and athletics. Right.
Yeah.
But I got injured when I was young by a bad car accident.
Okay.
But it was like all good.
Yeah.
But it stopped me from the sport. So I
Right.
continued my studies. I studied business accounting, to be honest.
Okay.
Which I didn't really work.
At university?
Yeah.
Okay. In Lebanon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then I moved here. I started working. The first job I got here was with Emirates Airlines. I was a cabin crew.
Yeah.
All right. So I worked many years with them.
Yeah.
And then after that, I started working as a freelancer with an event company. We used to do a lot of big events in Saudi Arabia.
How did you go from cabin crew to events freelancer? Is that through network and meeting people through the job?
Look,
or did someone
yes.
give you that idea?
It's through a lot of networking.
Yeah.
I built a lot of connections over the years here.
Yeah. Don't you think, sorry to interrupt you, don't you think, but it will happen quite a bit today, I think.
No problem.
I get excited. It's interesting because Yasser and I, who you met, who's the COO at GrowFactor, we both flew out, one from London, Yasser, one from Birmingham, on Emirates, right, to Dubai. I managed to blag a very cheap business class upgrade. And in that business class, I met 2 or 3 people on the flight, even though I spent most of the time watching movies, just getting up to go through the bar. It will be good business connections, because people I believe that are coming over here are so open to helping you. They want to know, what do you do? Not so I can extract value from you, but is there a way that we can work together? Yasser sat next to someone in economy who was a derivatives trader, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
They got talking. He had a few connections that would be also good for us. They got their bags together. He offered to take his driver to take him to the hotel. These things don't happen in the UK. So I would imagine if you're working and you're flying all the time, you're meeting people constantly. And the mindset of those people, I don't know if you were on the Dubai route actually, but if you're around those kind of areas, is they're happy to talk to you, you know, about things that might be opportunities for you.
Look, it all starts with the mindset, right?
Yeah.
Like I worked with a lot of crew, like starting like the last 2 years when I was in university in Lebanon, I was cabin crew back there as well before moving here. There are some people who like to socialize, some people that don't.
Yeah.
I believe socializing is one of the biggest important tool in business today.
Yeah, for sure.
This is how you build your connections. You don't know at the point, you know, like now you don't socialize for just the benefit of connection. You socialize because you like to talk to people.
Yeah.
And then one conversation leads to another. And then you discover that, okay, this is a good opportunity for both of us, that we can do something.
But there has to be alignment of your values and standards, right? Like how we met was through myself wanting to expand my referral network so I can have services that I can refer my clients to, or service providers.
Mm-hmm.
but I will not refer my clients to anyone where I don't think there's great alignment. And from the moment that we met, we got on really well. We could see that we shared the same values and standards.
Yeah.
So socializing is right, but I think a lot of people get networking wrong in that they're looking for what can they take from that person.
Exactly. That's why I
And-
said you shouldn't focus on the benefit of
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Actually, you're gonna see if you click with this person or not.
exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So if you click with this person, then you are on the right track already. You have a friend, you have someone you know new in your life.
Yeah.
That's a plus already. You shouldn't focus on the benefit you're gonna get out of it.
Yeah.
But then later on, I'm sure if you are genuine in this connection, so later on, if this connection was genuine,
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll benefit from it. It might start like with a little help, as you said, like referring one of your client to one of my services, let's
Yeah.
say. But then it will go back to you, because I trust you now, you trust me, and I don't want, as you said, any of my client to be like, I wouldn't send any of my client to anyone I don't really trust.
Yeah.
I don't trust their work
Yes.
and their reputation.
And they're similar to you. So it's okay if you're, I'm not going to swear on the podcast, but if you're let's call them a capitalist,
Hmm.
you're not that nice. All you care about is making money. If your client came to you because you're a wealth manager, but you're really good, but all you do is you care about making money, you don't care about your clients, but your clients like the end result. If you refer them to other people that get a result but deal with you in the same way, that's fine, because the way that your client is expecting to be dealt with is the same. Like, I'm very much about long-term relationships, authenticity, caring, value, all of those things. So I want to partner with someone who's very similar, right? So I don't think necessarily, not that you were making this point, but we're trying to advise people only partner with nice people. If you're not a nice person and you're all driven by money, find someone else who's not that nice and driven by money. There needs to be alignment, right?
Yeah.
So that your client feels the same experience when you're referring from one person to another.
Yeah, I agree. But my clients, if they were my clients from the first step, it's because they liked something here, you know?
Yeah.
So they felt maybe comfortable dealing with me. Maybe they built some confidence and trust, you know? So if I'm referring someone else, he should meet this level.
Exactly.
You know, so I wouldn't, based on my situation, because this is who I am. I know a lot of people made money quickly, you know, and good for them. But as I said, I don't look like it might come by luck. It might come by hard work as well.
Yeah.
But it's not usually the case. What lasts usually is the long-term relationship.
Yeah, sustainable authenticity, right?
Exactly. And this is how you build a successful business to the future.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you might have 1 year, which is very good, and you're going to make a lot of money in it, and then it dies.
Yeah.
All right. At this point, yes, you saved some money, but how are you going to continue your business? Or you have to close shop and start another business.
Yeah.
But it's going to happen again if this is your mindset.
Yeah.
Your
No, I
mindset
totally
should
agree.
be on the long term in order to reach the success you're looking for.
Okay, let's go back. So you're working for an events company?
Yeah.
In Lebanon?
No, in Dubai.
In Dubai?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that was your first job when you moved, right? You're working for an events company?
No, when I first moved, I was working with Emirates Airlines.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
So I worked, and then due to COVID,
Yeah.
I was one of the people who lost their job.
Okay.
There were a lot, more than 10,000 people. So I understand it was really challenging, especially during this period. There was a lockdown, and in order to stay here in the country, you should secure a residence visa.
Yeah.
And without a job, you don't have a residence visa.
Yeah.
But Emirates were really supportive. They extended this time to stay until we secure another job.
Yeah.
So I was lucky. I found another job. I secured the visa. And then we started doing a lot of events. The company is based here, but all the events we used to do them in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
And then I decided it's time. I built through these years a lot of connections.
Yeah.
I was freelancing a lot when it comes to visa services, lawyer services. I worked with the different lawyers, like trusted Emirati lawyer, let's say.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is that just because you saw there was demand, or did something happen
no, I will tell you
in
what's
the
the
first
exact
time?
reason.
Like, how did that come about?
It started actually happening long time. When I first moved, you know, coming from Lebanon, moving to a new country, I didn't have much people here. I would say like I know 1 or 2 person in the country.
Yeah.
So it was a bit hard for me. So to adapt, to know, basically to do anything. I didn't like, I needed to research, to check with these 2 people. But then, unfortunately, due to the situation back home, a lot of my friends and the relatives move one after another.
Yeah.
But when this started happening, all of them used to come to me and ask now the questions. So they were in my shoes when I first came, but at least now they have me.
Okay.
You know? So this is what pushed me to learn more.
Yeah.
And
To help them
yes,
move.
Exactly. So
Away from what at that time? They're moving away from conflict.
Crisis, economic crisis, political crisis. Like the currency in Lebanon crashed big time. I think it's one of the top crashes worldwide, you know, in history, we're speaking. So yes, everyone who has who had the opportunity, they moved here.
Okay.
So I was helping them. Meanwhile, as well, I've been scammed myself by lawyer, by other companies. So unfortunately,
I heard this story yesterday actually as well, where someone who's a well-known British entrepreneur who's moved here got charged next to nothing for their initial setup process, but then they were locked in to working with this supplier for other add-on services, of which they then charged them ludicrous amounts and refused to release them from their contract and so on and so forth, and got quite nasty with the lawyers involved.
Yeah.
Because they weren't aware when they came here what the process is, and that if you start doing business and set your business up with one supplier, you could be locked into that supplier for follow-up services and so on.
Yeah.
So it is an area where you have to be careful, right? Which is what you spoke about at the start.
Yeah, like you are coming to a country, like back home, let's say in the UK, you have a cousin, you have a friend who dealt with a lawyer, and he told you that this lawyer is very good, you should work with this person. Then you already build the trust through your relative, you know? But you are in a country here, you know what to do. You know, you know what you need to do.
Yeah.
So you need a lawyer. Is he the right lawyer? How could you tell? Based on what? Just online reviews? Sometimes it's not enough. You need the word of mouth, but here you don't have relative, you don't have friends, you don't have the right connections.
Yeah.
So I took this in and I started building this trusted connections. So now any of my clients who talk to me and they need a lawyer, I know who to say.
Yeah.
You know, who to recommend.
Yeah.
At least they don't have to pass through the same things.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so interesting how your story came about, because I started my accountancy firm because my wife was chasing her accountant around for months and months on end just to get simple answers. And most accountants are undercharging and overworked. And so I ended up teaching myself how to do his job while I was working at Paramount Pictures, I think at that time, in order just to file her tax return. Then other people start asking you, oh, you've done this, can you do that? And then it naturally, most good businesses are born from solving a problem that you or your friends and family have, right?
Yeah. Even here, like when you mention accounting now, there are many companies, all right? Would I say like you can work with all of them? Definitely not.
No.
You know, like you would believe they're doing their job, you know? Yes, I have a little bit of accounting background.
Yeah.
I haven't practiced for like more than 15 years, but still I would tell if there's something right or something wrong.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we've seen this with many companies. When you're dealing with them, yes, they are doing their job, but they're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of people who are not into accounting, they would think that, yes, the accounting and the bookkeeping is going perfectly, you know, but then when the filing starts, like the VAT filing and all this, and then you find yourself into trouble and you'll have to pay fines, it's because of your accounting.
Even in the UK, I mean, accounting is an unregulated market, same as here. So unless you're turning over more than 50 million dirham, I believe, you don't have to have an audit. So if you go and get an accountant in Dubai, they could tell you they're an accountant, but they're not even a qualified accountant.
Yeah, and what's
So
happening with the new businesses, startups, they're working with the third party. All right,
yeah,
I do recommend it, to be
Yeah.
honest, because for, let's say, half the price or quarter the price of hiring an accountant,
yeah,
okay, you will have a team of accountants
Yeah.
to work on your accounting and your bookkeeping. But which company to work with, this is the challenging part.
yeah,
So this is one of the things that I start working on: accounting, tax consultants, lawyers, and visa services. So I decided to be the go-to guy
Yeah.
for starting first with my connections, my friends, my relatives, and then the circle started growing.
Yeah.
So I started receiving inquiries from a lot of people that I literally don't know, but it was just by word of mouth. Someone
Yeah.
referred me, you know. And this is how the name actually came, Guideway. So we are your guideway into this country, you know.
Yeah, I like
so,
it.
so this is how literally this is how the name came.
Yeah. And it doesn't look, like I said to you when we first met, it doesn't look like a business that, I mean, you're not in your startup phase, because before you founded Guideway, you were doing it for a period of time. It's almost like a startup, but, you know,
Yeah.
a re-startup, right?
Yeah,
But it
like I
doesn't-
build all the knowledge and the trust and the
Prior.
connections.
So
Yes.
really, if I ask you how long have you been running your business, you could say 10 years, but it's not 10 years because Guideway is a year. Right?
Yes, exactly.
So, you know, it's one of those things, but it looks like a business that's been around 20 years. The brand, the fonts, the color, the feel, the perception, along with the way that you do the delivery,
Yeah. Thank you
is a
for saying
premium
that.
product, right?
Yeah.
Well, and there's good alignment with us, because I will never, you know, we are, and we plan to bring accounting to Dubai.
Mhm.
We're looking at hiring a team now here. So we can already facilitate, but we're partnering with people locally at the moment. We'll have our own team, because people have to file corporate tax, sales tax returns in Dubai now, and they
Yeah.
never had to do that before necessarily. Well, maybe sales tax. We want to target the expat market and provide people that we've brought from the UK to Dubai to work. Why that's different, I think most of the accountants here are good accountants, but they're not from the UK come over here. They're either from Dubai or they're from India that have come over here. And traditionally, these are back office type accountants, as in they'll be really good at the accounting, but they won't be good at the high level commercial advice.
Mhm.
So
It is much needed, especially for UK entrepreneurs.
and that's one way that you could trust, right? Wherever you come from, or if you have a trusted, developed market, then you can look for businesses or brands that have come through that way or are partnered with, right?
Yeah, and you build already the reputation, the credibility back in the UK.
Yeah.
So as soon as you start a business here, and you just the client will know that, okay, this is GrowFactor of
Yeah.
UK that they open here, the trust is already there.
Correct.
Yeah.
And you have the ability to help them back home and here. With the
Exactly.
cross-border taxation, right?
Definitely.
But yeah, enough about me. Getting back to you.
All right.
Yeah. So Guideway is born. You have the name, you have the brand. You've
Mhm.
done the right thing. And interestingly, I think entrepreneurs now, I know that you aren't, 21 anymore. Even the young guys I'm talking about, though, have your approach. Like, I had dinner last night with one of our clients who has a business in the UK and a business in Dubai. Good example. Someone I should introduce you to, actually. Bringing his Jamaican restaurant from the UK to here. He's over here for 3 or 4 weeks. Only came for 5 days. Met a potential investor. Found a friend who was happy for him to go and stay with him while he looked, people helping people out. He's got a system, he was showing me last night on his laptop at dinner, and a process documented for every single thing that happens in his restaurant, including taking the bins out.
Wow.
Or how to open the shutters in the morning. So every time something happens in his restaurant that he thinks they've had to phone me for that, he creates a process document. Now, this is like a young entrepreneur acting like an experienced, seasoned entrepreneur. Before he launched his restaurant and even opened the door, he had done branding. He had thought about his ideal client. He had written a client avatar. He'd looked at the colors, the feel, the scheme. How can I differentiate myself from every other restaurant? So I think maybe back when I started 15 years ago, people just got going. but now people are putting more thought into it. So there's definitely a market for businesses like yours, because people are actively thinking, okay, I need a go-to-market strategy.
Yeah.
Who can help me with this?
Look, I wouldn't say like if there's a good idea in your head, not to jump. You know, like, I
Yeah.
still believe the moment you are confused, the moment you're not sure to jump or not, is the
Yeah.
right moment to take the step.
Yeah.
You know, but taking the step doesn't mean like taking the step and starting operations. No, take the step and start building the foundation.
Yeah.
And the foundation is exactly the strategy. What this guy did, he just built a full system that he knows when the operation happens, everything is organized,
Yeah.
everything is well managed. Plus, he built the branding.
Yeah.
And the branding is, it's you. Like, it's your brand. This is what's gonna last with you 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, 50 years. So
But that was for the UK, right? And one thing that you explained to me, which I thought was really interesting and would be useful for our audience, is that the kind of client that you would work with to help them adapt their branding for the UAE. So they have a UAE website, they have a slight color variation, they have a slight tone and language variation. Can it be the same as in the UK? Or is it more effective if you adapt slightly your messaging and your branding for the UAE?
yes, definitely the second option.
Okay.
Because look, I know a lot of businesses are very well established, and
Yeah.
they've been like yourself more than 15 years.
Yeah.
Okay, some people build an amazing website, an amazing brand, you know, so I cannot tell them to change this, you know, because like your website is like a top level website, and I
Although
love
we're
it.
ripping it apart and rebuilding the whole thing now.
Really?
Actually. Yeah.
Why? Because I believe it was really good.
Well, if it's not broke, my thing is break it and then make it even better.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
a long, boring story, but yeah, it's change of platform, basically.
Oh, all right.
And looking at user experience. So it looks good, I agree.
Yeah.
But it's not a highly converting website, the GrowFactor website. More of a brochure site.
Okay.
So some slight adaptations so we can change platforms, so we can see where people are interacting with the site, and make tweaks to improve conversion to download ebooks or register for the webinar or even book a call.
All right. So you're just basically doing enhancement for the...
Correct.
Yeah.
And the .ae website will be built in consultation with you guys.
Yeah, I will be looking forward
Yeah,
to that.
as we
Definitely.
spoke about, for sure.
Yeah.
And George is helping us with our marketing.
Yeah.
And it was eye-opening. Actually, I was on holiday in Dubai, in RAC for a week, on the phone to my marketing manager for 2 hours after I had a light bulb moment in realizing that we've built a business that is a multi-7-figure business, but we've built it through doing good work and just waiting around to get organic client referrals. But what you've built in your business is a systematic and measurable turn on, turn off lead generation machine through paid social. When I realized that we can also operate this for GrowFactor, but unlocking the key would be asking you to help us. Because again, it's someone you trust and they've proven that they're doing it for themselves. So if I can see that you're getting good ROI on your paid social and you could do that for me, why would I go anywhere else?
Yeah, no, I agree. But we have always to keep in mind that the paid ad and the lead generation, it is important, especially building your pipeline, growing your lead count in general. But the organic is like your brand.
Okay.
Okay, so the organic is what stays with you.
So that gets back to adaptations for the UAE market. What should those be if people are entering the UAE market? What do you think people should focus on?
I would say the brand and in general, the online presence.
Yeah.
I would say it's different. It's slightly different than other countries. Like if you say to anyone in the world, even if they've never visited the UAE, if you tell them Dubai, what's gonna come first to their mind is luxury, gold, you know, like fancy luxury. So if your brand is not reflecting at least a little bit of high level premium, I'm not saying it should be gold in color, you know, but premium branding. So you don't stand out in the market. And unfortunately, I've seen a lot of people here, they are saving on this, you know, but then they're gonna pay back for that, you
Yeah.
know, because when any two businesses, the same niche, the same expertise, the same customer service,
Yeah.
they are working next to each other, you're gonna see one's more succeeding, which they invested in their brand
Yeah.
on the long term, you know.
And I see that in retail. Brands from the UK like Represent, which is that's the only thing I wear. When I find a brand I like it, like socks right through,
All right.
everything, one brand, because I see alignment in the brand. That's why I choose that brand. You know, I said to my marketing manager, when we make the new website, when we create Instagram content, which is being redone now, when we relaunch the podcast and so on, I want it to look like Louis Vuitton of the accounting world.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get better than us. You spray our perfume on, it lasts all day and all night. Not like even Prada, where you spray it on and after 1 hour in the Dubai heat, it's gone. Right?
Yeah.
All promises and no delivery.
Yeah, this is what you're trying to build, is the brand, you know.
Correct.
So people have to focus on this.
Yeah.
People moving to this country here, they have to build an identity through their brand.
Yeah.
And they have to maintain this. If your brand is showing a bit cheap,
Yeah.
people will believe you're cheap.
So what's the first step then to have an audit and recommendation for change if someone's coming here? What would be
Yes.
the first step for them?
Like, again,
To know, do they need to make changes? Are they big changes like us? Are they small changes?
the thing is, we all start back to the same point, is the consultation we do to
Yeah.
understand the business itself, all right?
Okay.
You're moving the full business, because we have a lot of clients with 9, 10 companies back
Yeah.
in the UK.
Yeah.
So are you moving the full business? Are you trying to make a holding here? Or
Yeah.
are you just moving one business? So we start with this, because we cannot damage the brand which is in the UK as well.
Yeah.
If you're just moving one business here, and this business will be related to the UK, but on different branding colors, and it wouldn't look nice. So
Yeah.
we have to understand what's the purpose, what's the target within 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Based on that, we will audit the branding, the website.
Yeah.
And based on that as well, we will say, okay, your branding is amazing. Maybe it
Yeah.
needs just a bit of enhancement, I would say.
Okay.
The website, unfortunately, I don't believe this is a good website when it comes to the SEO and ranking on Google, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand nowadays a lot of people are saying like SEO is dying,
Yeah.
okay, but because everyone goes to search on the OpenAI, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the AI, where is getting the information? Back from Google.
Yeah.
You know, so it's all related so far, unless they create a new engine that doesn't rely at all on Google.
Yeah.
But I don't see this as happening anytime
Especially if
soon.
you're niched for now. Like we have different industry niches that we work in. I mean, ultimately we work with any service business, but there are particular niches where we've got groups of clients like Michelin star restaurants or so on. So if I look at search key term like Michelin star restaurant accountant, if anyone's ever searching for that, if they run a Michelin star restaurant, or restaurant accountant or accountant for a restaurant or whatever, these things are always going to help.
Yeah.
Versus not ranking at all.
So this is where the website will play a big role, you
Yeah.
know. So if the website is not, the keywords are not worked on, the blogs, the articles, we work on this, okay?
Yeah.
If we can just work on the same website and make it better, yes, definitely would recommend that.
Yeah.
But majority of the cases, we start from scratch.
Okay.
Because we changed the branding already.
Yeah.
So now we want to reflect this branding on the new website. And then we take it one step at a time. And depends as well on the size of the website. Like
Yeah.
my website, your website are more like informative websites.
Correct.
Right. So you have websites that you have a lot of payment gateways, like the back end is a lot of work.
Yeah.
So this will take us more time to work on, test it before we go live.
Yeah. So process, actually, if someone comes to you as, okay, you're coming to the UAE, let's look at the business structure. What do you need individually in terms of visas and so forth? Are you setting up one company, multiple companies, all that? Okay, let's get you set up correctly.
Do you need an office, physical office, or you want to work remotely?
Okay, yeah, practicalities,
Yeah.
right? All these things, shareholders agreements, like all these things to get the foundation. Then you go to brand. Who's your ideal client? What do you do after brand and website? Is it social profiles? What's the next step
once
that you
the
look at?
branding is created,
Yeah.
when we have the full branding guidelines,
Yeah.
we go into parallel work, I would say. Like we work on social media presence because now we can use the branding guidelines.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, we will be working on the website design and development.
Oh, so branding guidelines, because people can follow this. Like whether you guys work with George or don't, I want you to be able to watch and listen to this and take some of these steps in a logical order and apply them to your business if you are coming here.
Yeah.
And see results. That's the idea of the podcast, right?
So if we start first is what's the business activity? Okay.
Yeah.
Second, will it be better to be in the mainland or free zone?
Yeah.
Many factors affect on this.
Yeah,
so,
I did a whole podcast on this and it's okay.
And then
just take the advice of an expert and don't do it yourself.
Yeah,
that's the
definitely
bottom.
not. Like because I know it's in many free zones it's easy to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Right. But then you've done a mistake. How to fix it?
Correct. It's not worth it.
You don't really have the access. You don't have the right support. You didn't think about few things you should have thought about before starting the business setup.
And the margins that people put on these for you or for other companies, of which there are many, not that many that I would recommend, but there are many. The margins that they put on for their time to set that up are minimal.
Yeah,
most of the fee goes to the government, right? So you're not saving that much money.
No,
just don't do it yourself.
Actually, you're saving time and effort by having the right consultant with
your business, right?
Yeah. So once this done, you move to your branding.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm not saying you have to do all this step at once, but I'm saying how to build the right, long-lasting
for sure
business.
The logical steps, right? So branding is not just color scheme, fonts, website name. It's guidelines, right? And guidelines tell you what.
No, the guidelines from the branding are as you said, like the color palette, the font, the usage of the logo, the prohibited usage of the logos.
Yeah.
How to use it on your letterheads, because now you have your letterheads, you have your email signature, you have all your stationery ready based on your branding.
Yeah.
So now we can work on creating and developing the social media pages.
Yeah.
And on the other side, the website.
Okay, because it's giving you examples of this is what an Instagram post would look like if it's an image. These are how we want the reels to look. It could go into any level of depth, right?
Yeah.
So you have consistency.
Exactly. But now we have our branding that we're gonna stick to it for good.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's one problem that my business had, right? I had these brand guidelines. They got put in Google Drive. We hired one agency, didn't follow them, totally changed the colors. All social profiles and content looks totally different. Another person comes in, doesn't follow them again, changes again. But you have to be constantly reminding, I guess. Like we don't have a physical office. So I was speaking to my friend last night, my client, in his restaurant, he has it physically put up at the workstation. So if you had a marketing workstation, the brand guidelines would be printed, they'd be on the wall.
Yeah.
So in a virtual world, maybe you have to ask your whole marketing team to put a summary of the brand guidelines as their desktop wallpaper or something like that, so that you maintain consistency, or there's some kind of approvals process. Anyway, I'm just pointing out that we did it.
Yeah.
And I see the importance of it now, because you can't have a brand that you're trying to portray as premium if there's no consistency in your content output.
No, like this is the main reason we're doing the branding is to be consistent.
Yeah.
Like whatever I open, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, I see the brand. I see the brand without reading I can tell this is Guideway.
It will look different though, right? It's like LinkedIn might look slightly more professional. Still images work really well on there, or screenshots of conversations or testimonials or things like that. Whereas Instagram might be more real. So the format might be different.
Yeah,
right?
I get what you're saying, but it depends as well on the business you're doing, the business activity. Like me as a business consultant, Instagram or LinkedIn, it will look very similar.
Okay.
Because I'm not a very fun page, so it's more.
I think you're fun. Your reels are good.
Like
they're very
but it's all focused on business, not like other industries. Like some industries, you will see more the difference between Instagram and LinkedIn.
Yeah, like on mine, for example, I like to, whether this works or not, I don't care. I like to show a bit of my personality on my Instagram. Mm-hmm. So when we relaunch that, there will still be a family picture from my family holiday. There'll still be me in the gym because that's a big part of my life. And then in between that, there'll be content pieces.
Yeah, but this
I don't
is
put
on
that
your
on
personal
LinkedIn.
page.
It's on my personal page. Yeah.
But I'm saying the Instagram page of the business.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Got it.
So you wouldn't be putting a family picture on GrowFactor.
No, although technically my kids are my marketing assistants because that reduces my tax liability. But now I'm managing my business from Dubai, so I don't pay tax, so I can take them off again.
All right.
But yeah, no, I agree. I'm just making a joke. Okay, fine. So then you're looking at social profiles, making sure the content is consistent. You have a plan. It's in line with the brand guidelines. What do you do next?
If you require a physical office, this is when it's going to be happening.
Okay.
You have to secure the right office in the right location based on your requirement.
Yeah.
And then you have to do the interior design, the fit out.
Where are some cool places in Dubai now to have an office?
Again, depend on the industry you're working in, but I would consider the best business hubs are still Business Bay, downtown, Marina, JLT.
Yeah.
So media city. So basically these are like main business hubs.
And this is different to the UK, right? In the UK, you know, there are the natural evolution of these things. Like if you go to Shoreditch, East London, lots of creative agencies, marketing agencies, artists, photographers, film studios are more in the West End, central London. You have your record companies there as well. Finance might be in Canary Wharf. So I guess it's naturally happened. But in Dubai, they created zones so that the technology companies are in kind of one area, the AI companies are in one area, the media companies are in one area. Now, if you're me as an accountant that wants to pick up those guys as clients, what do? Take an office in every one and alternate your days if you're putting your business development person there? Like, how do you approach picking up clients and networking in that way if each of those industries are in their own zone?
Well, business development, as you said, it's a very important point. But again, I will go back to the connections. You know, we're not talking marketing here. Okay. So we're talking personal connection and personal relation. Either you or your business development team. Yes, they will have to go connect, do some networking events with different like today is a networking event for AI technologies.
Okay, so just go around those different events, you or your BD person, and then don't expect to meet everyone from every industry because it is kind of segregated here. Do you think that's a good thing, what they've done in terms of segregating the industries I get the idea, they're all collaborating and working together, right?
Look, it's more, you feel it more in the free zone. Okay, so the free zones are more located in separate areas. Like if we say IFZA, it's in Dubai Silicon Oasis. If we say the MCC, it is in JLT.
Okay.
You know, so each free zone took an area. So like let's say Meydan free zone is in Meydan. You know. And even in different Emirates like Sharjah, they have the same concept. But if you are in the mainland, it doesn't really matter. Okay. So if you are an accountant firm in the mainland, you can be in any area. You don't have to be within this area. When your business license is coming from a free zone, doesn't matter which free zone, then you'll be restricted by the area. Okay.
And so maybe register in an area that's relevant for your industry. Like actually we registered initially in Meydan, but long term it might be beneficial for us to be in DIFC because we're in the finance world. And people come to us and we run events and we invite people, right? And that's easier than going to everyone else's event.
Exactly. And the DIFC, you're talking like the most premium free zone in UAE. So just having a presence there will attract clients to you.
Okay. Yeah, this is what I was, because I mean, I like to invite guests on the podcast so I can ask questions because I want to learn and I'm interested. And one of the things that I learned was, like over a year ago, we wanted to set up in Dubai. We were advised to set up in Meydan. That wasn't the wrong advice because it was at that stage an idea of moving to Dubai. It wasn't a proven business concept. Now we have already earned 6 figures from clients in Dubai. The business has proven itself. It's tax advice for people coming from the UK to Dubai to lower their UK tax liabilities on their activity or remove them on their activities in Dubai, and CFO services, and then it'll be compliance over here. So now it's a proven concept. Okay, maybe you create the actual trading entity in DIFC. So people see you're in DIFC, you're registered. When you're invoicing them, when they're looking you up online, it says DIFC. Again, helps you with that premium brand offering, because brand is everything down to where your office is registered, down to I always wear black all the time because there's consistency from the podcast to my content online, so on.
Look, I would have given you the same advice, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like back a year, if you tell me, because for one main reason is cost effective. Okay.
Yeah.
The IFC is very expensive comparing to mainland. I'm not saying it's overpriced for no reason.
Yeah.
Because just being there, you will have premium clients as well.
Yeah.
You know, but anyone now in your shoes a year back asking me what you think I should do, I would go either IFZA or Maidan.
Yeah.
Okay. I would compare these two free zones like very similar to each other from the pricing, from the benefits. So I wouldn't say the IFC first recommendation because it would scare you off.
It's a big commitment up front when you haven't even earned any revenue.
Exactly. It would
from
scare
this
you
location,
off.
Right? No, it makes total sense.
Even now, whenever I find like the right technology business activity in IFZA, that then I don't really need the MCC.
Yeah.
Okay. For a new business startup, there's a big difference in the price as well, you know. But when a company with a big reputation coming and they have the funds to start up big, then definitely I would recommend the MCC. And you're going to do
an official launch and so on.
Yeah.
Like we did a soft launch, but now we approved the concept. We're going to plan maybe September, October, an official launch, big party, invite people.
I will be invited.
So of course, yeah. You're going to be a guest speaker.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to talk about marketing and growth, right?
Sure.
In the last year, what are some of the biggest lessons that you've learned for your business? Some of the things that, you know, because every day is a school day and I'm learning on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
But what have been some of the biggest either lessons or breakthroughs that you've had over the last year?
I would say it's a combination of two things.
Yeah.
All right. First is if you don't work hard yourself, no one will do it for you.
Yeah.
All right. Even if you hire the best people, it's your business. Now you're launching your business, you're going to put more than 24/7.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you have a partner. How do you balance that with seeing your partner and spending time together?
It's very challenging. And if you don't have the right partner, you wouldn't succeed in any.
Yeah.
You wouldn't succeed in your personal relation or in business because it requires a lot of compromises, a lot of sacrifices. I remember many days I haven't seen her even, you know, and she's a cabin crew as well. So she travels a lot. Yeah, you need a supportive partner, definitely. Okay. But beside giving your all to your business, I would say you reach a point, you feel you are stuck.
Yeah.
You feel you cannot move forward anymore. This is the right time, you know, you are succeeding. You know, like, because you'll feel like maybe overwhelmed, you'll be depressed, stressed, like it's not happening, it's not working. But just know that this is the right time. You know, when you reach this overwhelmed, this stressed, that means you are doing something right.
Yeah.
You know, things are getting more and more. You're being overloaded. This is success. Success is not just sitting and relaxing, you know? So this is why I believe these two things. Okay. You have to work hard yourself. Don't rely on anyone.
Yeah.
Maybe later on, definitely you'll have way more time, but still you have to always keep your hand in your business. And the second one is when it feels like it's so hard, know you are on the right track because the road to success is not easy.
So it's been a hard year, right? On those 2 points, I think the first one, really interesting because I'm 15 years in. I think probably the last 3-4 years, my wife, where I felt she didn't understand me before and what I went through, now I think she really gets it to the point where she's so supportive in that I feel guilty coming to Dubai for a week every month. And she's constantly reassuring me, look, when you come, you leave Sunday, you come back Friday. Most of the time, because it's the kids, right? Most of the time, the kids, they're out of school. All I'm doing is the homework and they're going to bed. You're not missing anything. I mean, this week I'm missing my kid's sports day because, I didn't plan everything and I didn't check when the sports day was before I booked the trip. But I think my boys don't want me to be there this week anyway because they didn't get in there. So there's 40 kids in their year and only 5 get picked for the A team. Last year, they were both in the A team. This year, they both missed the A team by 2 or 3 places. So they don't want me to come anyway because they've got my winner's mentality. Look, if I'm not in the A team, don't bother coming to watch me. Next year, I'll be in the A team. Come and watch me then. So it's like this, right? But
I know the feeling you're having is like you want to be there for them,
but you want to provide for them as well.
Exactly.
And also I want to provide through my actions to show them that nothing comes easy. Exactly what you said in your second point. Hard work pays off. I'm showing them through my actions. Okay, 3 years ago, I'll be honest with you, our business got to just into multi-7-figure turnover. Our revenue didn't increase for 3 years. I'm finding it really tough. This is when I know I'm in it. It's the challenge. How am I? I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm stressed, I'm overwhelmed. My mortgage has just gone up by 50% because the interest rates are crazy in the UK. School fees have just gone up by 25%. All my bills are going up, my income's not going up. Like, what the am I going to do about this? It's my responsibility to provide for my family. So instead of like going and hiding in a hole, I just took time out of the business and just thought about it. Okay, why am I having these problems? We're in the UK, the economy's in decline. Everyone is out for themselves. People aren't helping each other. It's fine because you're protecting your own wealth. Where is growing? Okay, Dubai's growing. I've seen that because at this point, I only know Dubai because I've been on holiday, stayed in Jumeirah Beach, right? How could I do that? I'll just take a flight, go out there for a week, set up a couple of meetings, see what happens. I don't know. I have no business plan. I have no idea what I'm doing. I come out for the first time. I think it's the second trip where I met you. First trip, I went and met with people that I thought may have access to my ideal clients and said, this is what I do. I'm a UK tax specialist. If you have any clients from the UK coming, taking your services, but they still have businesses back in the UK, if they've got questions, you can refer them to me. And this probably took 2 or 3 months to start picking up, and then referrals started coming through. Things started picking up. We start picking up new clients. Content now that I'm putting out on LinkedIn and Instagram is getting traction, whereas content before that was really useful content, but just about, how people can manage their cash flow, how they can reduce their UK tax liabilities. No one wants to watch it. Like, there's no traction for whatever reason. I think it's useful. Maybe business owners are so busy, they just put that to their accountant. They're not interested in watching it themselves. This content around moving to Dubai, international tax planning, international structuring, networking, what zones would you settle, anything to do with out of the UK for UK business owners, it really does well. But this probably took 3 years. Now this year we'll probably have our biggest revenue growth ever. I think within 3 years we can make our Dubai operation the same size as our UK operation.
Wow.
But exactly what you said, like when it gets hard and you think
You are
about to go backwards, you're about to have a breakthrough.
Yeah, especially with your mindset, because you already did the hard part. You started the business. You made it a success. Now, when you're reaching the hard part again and you're feeling overwhelmed, that's because you're succeeding more. Don't step back, don't hold. No, move forward, push forward. I know it's challenging. I know it requires a lot of compromises, especially on the personal level. But it will all pay off in the end. And even your family, your friends, whoever you're supporting, they will feel it, they will appreciate it, and they will tell you a big thank you.
And the supportive partner, last point, I'll get back to you. I went to Ibiza with my wife, right? Just the two of us. We left the kids at home. It's like a nice reconnection thing that I want to do with her every year. I see these 70-year-olds dancing in Pasha nightclub, and I'm like, I want that to be me. And then I said to her, look, I love this so much. I want to come back in October. got back home, started thinking about it. And then I'm saying to her, look, I don't want to leave you and the kids for another 3 days. I think I'm just going to stay. I'm not going to do that. And she's like, no, you should go. You need to give yourself a break. You need to have time with your friends. You haven't had friends for 10 years because you sacrificed your friends to build your business. This is the partner that you want, that makes you not feel guilty.
This is the right partner.
Yeah, that you need to do these things and you're doing it for them, right? If you don't have that and you have a partner or you're looking at a partner that you know is going to be constantly trying to pull you the other way, it's going to be very difficult for you.
It will be difficult for not only your business, for your personal life as well.
Yeah.
Being an entrepreneur, starting a business requires a perfect partner in your life, or you won't succeed in any. Because your partner will be pulling you back and holding you from the extra step you want to do, the extra effort you want to do, because they require more attention, let's say.
Yeah.
But then you are not happy with this behavior, and your new baby that you're trying to build the business, you're not taking care of it. So you're not the right person anymore inside with your partner. So it will affect on both ways.
Yeah.
So either you have the right partner and you succeed in your business, or you don't have the right partner and you will fail in both.
Yeah.
So I believe having the right partner in your life is a key to success in business.
And then making sure that you put the time in to show them that they're appreciated.
Yeah.
Which is quite funny. You know, I have a constant WhatsApp with her. She's sending me holiday destinations that she's wanting to go on.
Yeah.
I sent her a message saying, haven't we been on 17 holidays this year? And she sent me back a gif of I think it's Frozen, where they're singing that song, Never Enough.
Yeah.
There's never enough.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get her to move to Dubai now. The biggest thing, which is something that people will be thinking about that are listening to this. Okay, I live in the UK or I live in Europe, or, you know, most of my audience will be in the UK. But I have kids, or I have a business here, or I'm tied, you know, education and things like that. One topic I wanted to talk about was just life in Dubai and why it is so good here. Like for me, I'm going to come and look at schools later in the year. And then if the schools and the education is on par with the UK, there's a very real chance that we'll move here next year for September start for the kids to go to high school over here, right? That will be ideal, because I just think it's really hard to explain for people that haven't been here. But if people's perception of Dubai is that it's materialistic, bling bling, showy, it's just totally, to me, the opposite. In the UK, it's very hard to find people who live near me anyway. I've got a handful of really good friends, Akash and Bob, my two good friends, give them a shout out. Business owners, entrepreneurs, really hardworking. One of them flies all around the world. He's a robotic knee surgeon. Other one's built himself from the ground up, got a really good construction company. But this is two people in Birmingham, which is a city of like millions of people.
Yeah.
Here, everyone you meet, entrepreneur doing something. How can I help you? It's like for me, the UK 20 years ago when I was thinking about starting my business, and I had an office in Soho in W1, right in the center of London. You're going and you're having coffees and going to networking events, and everyone's trying to bring everyone up. It's so positive.
Yeah, because everyone here, it became the destination for dreamers, for already established business owners, and they are all put in one city.
Yeah.
Right. And this city is helping you from all possible ways, like the government, the support from the government, the infrastructure of the country. I wouldn't compare it to any other country, you know. It's a new country that developed on the mistakes of other countries.
Yeah.
They learned from the mistakes from other countries and they avoided them.
Yeah, so the one thing you might not get, people always say, and you put that out there, yes, there isn't the same level of history.
Yeah.
Or in inverted commas culture, but there is a different culture. There's the culture of the Emiratis here, which I really love. But if you look at history, there's not as much history.
They have their own history, which is a very long history.
Exactly.
But the city of Dubai, it doesn't have a long history because, yes, we all know when it started getting built, like in the 80s, let's say.
Yeah.
So, but what they've done within this short period, I would call, develop such an amazing city. This says it all. Like, you are in the right place where you have the right medical support from the government.
Yep.
You have the education on toppest level worldwide. Before, I know a lot of people used to say maybe the education level wasn't as high as the UK. But now all the schools, all the universities are British schools, are British
and I think
universities.
that the ones, apparently, I was speaking to someone yesterday whose kids are doing the international baccalaureate. I think that's how you say it. They're teaching them wealth management. Wealth management. They set them up on their iPads with fake trading accounts and teach them how to trade stocks and shares.
Yeah.
These are things that you need to know.
Yeah.
They teach them coding.
They didn't teach us this.
But like, I know that the IBAC is really hard, but that's what my kids need, to be challenged. And in the UK, in the school that they would naturally progress into, that they've already been accepted to, but it's a selective school, they're doing normal UK education, which for me is actually equipping them to be a rat in the rat race. And I don't want them to be a rat in the rat race. I want them to run their own business, or be a content creator, or be a sportsman, or be on TV and be a presenter, or do something that they love to do.
Yeah.
I think for me, safety.
Oh, unmatched. Like, it's
can't
the safest city in the world.
The only people that cause trouble here that I have heard of is, and I'm going to get so much hate for this, but I've already been hated by about 200,000 people on LinkedIn over the last 2 weeks for a post I made. British people on holiday, too many drinks, fighting in the hotels or the bars. And this, I thought there was never any trouble or violence or issues in Dubai, but there are. But it's not for people that live here and are working here. It's people who are on a holiday here.
Yeah, the tourists more.
In the tourist hotels.
Yeah.
So if you live here and you know, okay, these are hot spots for tourists when they get drunk, so on and so forth, you just don't go there.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why they do it, because these guys are either going to get locked up for a long time.
But because they don't know that.
Or they're going to get sent home. They're never going to be allowed back into Dubai.
Yeah, but because they don't know that.
Who doesn't know how strict Dubai is?
There are a lot of tourists, they don't know. They think like it's just like any
like
other
going
tourist
to Turkey
city.
on holiday or something like
Thailand
that.
or any.
Yeah.
They come, they're having a good time, and then the alcohol goes a bit more, and then they don't know what they're doing, and then they start crying the next day because they are arrested, they are deported from the country, they are blacklisted. But whoever live here, they know.
Usually there's fake news to say, okay, this person got locked up, they didn't do anything. But they always did something.
No, this is, I would say, it's, if not the most, it's one of the top countries where they treat the people and the resident in a fair way.
And respect for women. Like in my religion, well, same as any religion, I guess, but specifically, Sikhs believe that men and women are equal, treat them exactly the same, treat women with respect. Here, woman can walk around by herself, middle of the night, again, knowing where she should and shouldn't go, right?
Yeah.
And be safe.
Yeah, but comparing to other cities, I would say 99% of the places you can walk, even if you're a woman, by yourself at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., you can walk and nothing will happen to you. And I'm saying 99% because I don't want to say 100%.
But in England, you can walk around by yourself if you're attractive and get like comments that you don't necessarily want or need in the daytime.
All right, like comments you might get, all right, anywhere in the place, but as long as there's no abuse or harassment, so
safety, opportunity, just I think massive here. Like my point about you're on the plane, you haven't even entered the country, and you've already made some contacts and connections. Ease. So for me, what annoys me when I go home, but now I said to myself this time, when I go home, I'm not going to say anything negative about the UK, because my wife, my kids, they still live there. They don't need me coming back from Dubai and spending the next 5 days, which I did last time, pointing every negative thing out about the UK, because that's not nice for them. So I can think it, but not say it, right? But I go home, I have to cook my own food. My wife is brilliant. She cooks me dinner, but I eat every 3 hours. So I'm cooking my own food. Here, I arrived, when I'm in the Uber from the airport to the hotel, I'm on Kareem. Tomorrow I want these macros, these different meals, exact grams of rice, broccoli, Get to the hotel, guys, they're waiting. Put it in the fridge. I've got 5 meals for tomorrow. How long did that take? And how much did it cost me? £7-8 per meal. Where else can you do that?
Nowhere. Like
Then I thought, why am I ironing my own shirt? I did a really shit job of ironing my shirt.
I
for a
don't
meeting.
even try to.
So I just had them pressed, and that costs next to nothing.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing is set up for people who want to get on at their craft, but don't want these admin tasks. Cleaning your house, right? Every day, if you've got kids, your house is a mess. So if you have someone come every day in England, that's costing you can't afford that. So you have your cleaner, they come once a week.
Here it costs you maybe like £20.
For someone to come every day.
Yeah.
So I could have breakfast, have carnage, go to the office and know when I come back, everything is tidy.
Yeah.
Drop the kids to school. I think you get an hour to an hour and a half of your day back every day because you're not doing laundry, cooking or cleaning.
Look, you're comparing like the lifestyle and the cost of living of Dubai to UK. Okay.
Yeah.
If I compare it to other countries, I would say maybe Dubai is a bit expensive. Okay.
Yeah.
Comparing to the UK, I wouldn't say it is. All right. But what you're making here, the amount of money you can get through a business, through an employment, is way bigger than any of these countries. So now, if we calculate properly the cost of living, right, I think the cost of living is very effective in here.
I don't think it's too expensive. It's just, it's very expensive for people that want to show a certain lifestyle and go to certain places.
But this is the case in any country. Do you think in the middle of London you cannot spend as much as you spend here in Dubai?
Like we went to Sushi Samba because we've had a good quarter and I wanted to take Yasser out and we haven't been together for a Dubai trip for a while. But we didn't have to go to Sushi Samba.
No.
I could have gone to this really nice Lebanese restaurant that I found.
Yeah.
Where I can eat everything I want and it probably comes to like £50.
So like it's a lifestyle choice, let's say. Like how you gonna, any country, you can live the super luxury life or you can live like the normal life. I'm not saying a cheap life or no. Like in the end of the day, as you said, you're working hard. You want to treat yourself and your family, you know, but within the limit.
Yeah.
But here, the country, yes, it gives you the opportunity to make good money, but it gives you the temptation as well to spend a lot. So here, it's you who needs to control yourself.
Yeah, you have to have a budget, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Getting back to your business now, are you doing everything? Have you hired team members? What does that look like?
All right. The consultation part on the business setup, I still do it myself.
Yeah.
And I think this will always be a challenge for me to give it to someone else.
Yeah, we spoke about this.
Yeah. So
because I'm trying to tell you to get someone else to do it.
I don't know. Like, because as we said before, it's the brand that I'm building and I'm the face of this brand.
Yeah, and you build a relationship with the client up front. Obviously, the setup is just the initial thing.
Yeah, and then the operation, yes, I have people helping me. Like I have my team that they are doing the operation part.
Yeah.
The digital solution, yes, definitely. I have a good team, expert team. I'm not that creative, to be honest. They are the creative people behind it. So I have my chief creative officer, whose name is Omar. We're talking about 17 years of experience with big companies, you know. He built a lot of websites, like premium website in the area, in Saudi Arabia, in UK as well, and still doing it with me. So we have the social media team, the marketing team. I definitely cannot handle all this by myself. But the consultancy to set up the business, I still do it myself because I've seen a lot of mistakes happening here, even with the top companies in the country. For one reason, it's because the salesperson is the one doing the consultation, you know, and his job is not as a consultant, and people confuse this. Consultant and sales are not the same person.
Yeah.
You know, and unfortunately here, not only in this field, in even real estate, or they believe this is the same position, a consultant and a salesperson.
Yeah.
So what the salesperson is doing to the clients is just selling them the business license, you know, but it doesn't matter if he did it the best way possible.
Yeah.
You know, he just did it. He closed this sales deal. He reached his target.
Yeah.
You know, but when it's my company here, I'm the one who doing the consultation. It's not what I care about the most is closing the deal. It's building the trust with the client.
Yeah.
Because as you said, the profit of setting up a business is minimal.
Yeah.
What is beneficial from this is the business relation and the
You get
growth
to
that
show
you're gonna
them
have together.
You get to show them the experience of working with your company, right?
Yes.
So they are way more likely to come back to you for all those other growth services, branding, marketing, social, if you've given them a good experience up front with what is a smallish kind of buy-in, right?
I would say proudly, Simon, whoever needed one of these services and who is already a client with me, they all came back.
Okay, yeah.
You know, but I'm not saying they will come back even if they don't need the service. Some of them, they already have their branding. But if they decided to change, I will be the first person they come back and ask, what do you think?
Yeah.
You know, and this question for me is more than enough. Like, what do you think? That means you already trust me.
Yeah.
You know, like, do you think I should enhance the branding for Dubai? Do you think I should change the website for Dubai? If he believes I'm a salesperson, he wouldn't ask me this because, of course, I would say yes.
And he's then worried, okay, this is just me opening an opportunity for George to sell me something.
Exactly. Right? So if I'm a salesperson only and my only target is to do sales deals, I would say definitely yes, your website is bad. Your branding need change.
Yeah.
But I don't do this.
Where there aren't any. Yeah.
I literally had a client, I told them, like, don't do it now. Like, no point of changing it now.
Which is what you said to me. Yeah, the website's fine. Actually, it doesn't need material changes for entrance to UAE market. But if you did want to do something, it would be small, right? Just some adaptations.
Yes. Because the most important word to say to a client, and I think it's the main door for trust, is no.
Yeah.
Like, the client want to do something and you tell them no, they will be like, okay, wait, like, I'm willing to pay you money. And I'll say, no, you don't have to. You don't need to. It's not the right time. Let's focus on something else.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this not as a trick of sales. I'm doing it genuinely because I'm losing the profit here, not him. Actually, I saved him money, but I know that I built something for later on. If it's not through him, it's through a referral through him. You know, like, someone else will come through him and say, like, George X trusts you. I'm going to work with you.
Yeah, for sure. And it starts to build and build and build because all the seeds that you've planted through genuine connection and authentic advice, you're almost building a referral army. And once one person tells 2 or 3 people, they tell 2 or 3 people. It's like us now. We really believe in our affiliate scheme, which we're about to launch, which is a revenue share scheme for anyone that recommends us. But we want that person to experience our service first to make sure they are happy to recommend us, you know?
Yeah, for me personally, I always like to do this.
Yeah.
Like, if I've been working hard to build this reputation with my own client, I imagine I refer someone who I didn't really experience their job, and then this person doesn't deliver up to the standards, you know?
Yeah.
What the client gonna say? He gonna tell me, where did you send me to? Like, so everything I tried to build, it was destroyed by one referral. So definitely we should work with you, learn how you do your job, which you do amazing.
Yeah.
But this is how it should be done.
Yeah. Okay, just to give a bit of framework for people, I always talk about a business needs to attract clients, generate leads, convert those clients, and then deliver to those clients. How are you attracting clients at the moment? What's your lead source that's working for you, for your business?
I would say at the moment, I have 2. It's the lead generation as paid ads from Meta.
Yeah.
Okay, so on Instagram, on Facebook.
Yeah.
We're running campaigns, and this is the main source of leads.
Yeah.
And the second one, which is the most important one, is the word of mouth.
Yeah, the referrals. And do you have a referral scheme that you say to clients, if you recommend them, I'll give you this bonus or so on to incentivize them? Look, and how do you stay in touch with them to, like, say you had a client for business setup, but maybe they did that setup 2 years ago. How are you keeping in touch with all of these contacts? Do you have a CRM?
But yes, I definitely have a CRM, and I stay like in touch, following up emails, newsletter. There's an email sequence it's at least 1 email per week for already clients, right? And
Is that a newsletter that you write?
yeah, or some like updates that happen in the free zone or something important they should know
Related
about.
to Dubai. Yeah.
Because like there's always some changes. Like before we were mentioning Maidan free zone and
Yeah.
Ifza.
Yeah.
Right, Maidan was attracting more clients before because they used to provide an NOC to rent wherever they want.
Yeah.
Now they stopped that. So clients need to know this.
Yes.
Like even if you have a license before or you're willing to have a license, you need to understand if in your future plan you had an office in mind outside Maidan, remove this plan.
Yeah, right? Which is one of the reasons we set up in Maidan as well in the first place, so we could have freedom to put our physical office where we want.
Which is not the case anymore. I understand why they're doing this, because they want to like try to focus on the area where each free zone they can grow this area, you know, because if you get just the license from there and you go work somewhere else,
they're not building economic growth in their area. Framework, how to attract clients. Two ways. One is paid ads, the other is client referrals. That's it. And you were just speaking about whether you had a referral scheme, formalized referral scheme. Because I'm always interested in, okay, we can get referrals, but how do you sort of nudge people to give referrals? How do you remind people? Okay. Like when I sign up clients, in the bottom of what we call the promise agreement, there's this big section of what we need to do for the client. We promise to get back to your emails within 4 hours or be available instantly if you call us. We promise to generate you a positive return. So if our clients pay us 30,000 a year in fees, we have to generate them 30,000 in return on investment. If we don't, we refund the difference. These are all the things that are in the bottom of our promise agreement. Then there's a small section for them, what they promise to do for us. One is like, if we email you with a request for information, you get back to us with that information within 24 hours or so on. So we can do our job, right? And it says, if you are happy with our service, you will provide us with 3 referrals per year of equal quality clients to yourself. When they sign the contract, they are contractually obliged to give me 3 referrals per year. So if they haven't given me 3 referrals, I can send them an email 9 months in and say, hey, just a reminder, you signed this promise agreement. If you're not happy with anything to do with our services, please do let me know. But if you are happy, we'd appreciate the referrals, because that's the best way to grow. So we have this system set up.
Yeah, look, for me in my field, especially business setup, we already mentioned that the profit is minimal.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't do referral. I wouldn't do a referral scheme based on the business setup much.
No.
Because the profit is really minimal, you know.
Yeah.
But yes, for branding, for website design and development, it's again not through the clients directly, more like connections, like
partners.
other businesses, you know.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of partners that they work in different fields, either law firm or graphic design, or like, you know, so we refer each other client.
Yeah.
So it will be like a win-win situation for both.
Yeah.
But I don't really work on referrals from clients themselves.
They just give them.
Yeah.
And
because they are happy with what they've done.
If they're giving them and you don't have to ask for them, then happy days, right? And I guess in the CRM, you can see how many clients are good referrers. You could reward them if you want, say thank you, and so on.
Like when the client is doing like, let's say is going the extra mile for me and referring to me like more than 2-3 clients. And a good answer, like for your question earlier, how do I stay in touch with them? It's the nature of the business we're doing forces us to stay in touch. Like first you set up the license. All this period I've been in touch with you daily almost. And then when your business is set, if you're going with the full package with us, now we are in daily contact to build your brand, then the website. And then even if you're not going through this, within 90 days, this is mandatory and people should always remember this. After you set up your business, you have 90 days to register for the corporate tax.
Yeah, otherwise you get a big fine.
Yeah. So that's another reminder. That's another opportunity to be in touch.
Yeah.
Every time they're required to sponsor a visa or an employee, you know, they have to be in touch with me in order for them to do the visa. Even if they want to do a dependent visa, you know, the trust is already there. So
Yeah.
I'm the guy who they ask me even about personal matter. Like, do you think it's a good place to live in? Is it a good place to rent in this place?
Where can I find a girlfriend? These kind of things.
I didn't reach this much, but I think it might happen.
I think you're right, because I've said many times, if you're not receiving referrals actively from your clients, you're not doing a good enough job.
Yeah, that means they didn't like your job. That means they didn't trust you to tell their friend, their brother, their cousin.
Well, you haven't had an impact on them.
Yeah.
Right? I tell everyone about Tony Robbins. I don't get paid for people to go to Tony Robbins events. Yes, we are Tony's business partner, but the first impact I had from Tony was going to his event. My business was turning over about 400,000 at that point. I had an instrumental mindset shift from being at that event, and then my business flew. And anything he puts out, I listen to.
Mhm.
So I tell everyone about Tony Robbins because I want them to experience that too. He doesn't ask me to refer people. He doesn't do anything. He just keeps putting out good content. So I think you have to have had a measurable impact on that person. And then it's almost like you've stamped yourself into
Yeah.
their subconscious. It's permanently there.
Yeah, and that's the part where I was saying, like, if I want to refer one of my client to any kind of supplier, I have to trust this person because it will affect on my own reputation.
Yeah, like the way we worked together and the way that we met was Yasser, who is a COO at GrowFactor, basically runs the business, who's sat outside working while we're sat chatting, reached out to you because I asked him to look for, from his perspective, trusted partners who could provide a variety of services to the future clients we would have in Dubai. And he found you, reached out to you, set up a meeting, we went for dinner.
Yeah.
And we don't know each other. We've never met. It's like a random first date in a
it
foreign
was.
country.
Yeah.
Steak dinner, I think. we
Yeah,
had.
it was.
And then we said, okay, there's some alignment. Let me refer you a client. Let you refer me a client. And then let's wait. Let's get feedback from them. Did they enjoy the process? I mean, obviously at the start, everything's not going to be perfect. But you get feedback, it's positive. It then reinforces you to refer more.
Yeah.
And then okay, and you build and you build and you build a relationship. Now I have processes because I'm not very good at remembering to feed back. Okay, I've had a meeting with client X. I need to go back to George and give him the notes. Like I have a system for that to remind me to do it because I'm more of a big pictures person, not very well organized.
Right.
I've hired someone to help me now.
Yeah.
And you referred people to me. We've done work for them. We've been successful in removing or reducing their tax liability.
Which saves them a lot of money.
A lot of money. Like look at the situation where we've had clients that if they did nothing, but they just came and set up in Dubai, that business, because they're a UK tax resident, is still subject to corporation tax at 25%.
Yeah.
The profits. Even though this is what people don't understand. You can't just come to Dubai, set up a Dubai business with you, go through the whole process, build this really successful business, but because you're a UK tax resident, you still have to pay corporation tax on the profits.
Yeah.
However, if that business is run from Dubai, it's managed and controlled from Dubai, you go through this staged process, which is complex and it does cost money. Maybe it costs you another 10,000, 15,000 pounds to facilitate this.
It's worth it because you're saving how much?
Your tax bill is massive.
Yeah.
Now I saw yesterday there are people now putting out content online saying for as little as £5,000 you can set up your business in Dubai, still live in the UK and not pay any UK corporation tax. And someone messaged me that I know and I like and said, you should meet this guy. He's doing a similar thing to you, such and such. So I had a look on his online profiles. And the reason he's able to do this, I said to him, listen, your reel is misleading and it's not true. He said, I know it's misleading and not true, but it's just designed to raise attention.
Yeah,
then
to generate lead.
Yeah, and then when they get in touch, we tell them this is the full process. I don't like to do that. I like to be totally upfront. It is a complex process. It is expensive. But if you're paying more than, say, 25, 30 grand of corporation tax in the UK per year, probably worth doing it.
Yeah, of course.
It pays for itself.
Yeah.
But these guys that are guys or, when I say guys, I mean guys or girls, just guys, like
Yeah.
humans.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, they don't live in the UK. So if they get caught putting out misleading information, there's no one regulating them. We are a UK accountancy firm. We have to only speak the truth. We have to make sure that our tax planning is bulletproof. And if you take a step back and think from a common sense perspective, there are businesses in the world, international global corporations that trade in the UK, have clients in the UK, have customers in the UK, but don't pay tax in the UK. Why? Because their business is not run from the UK. The UK is just a branch of where they are trading. Their business is run from somewhere else. And you can still set that structure up. And that's a lot of what people are wanting to do in Dubai. And so you don't have to, although I think everyone should probably want to move to the UAE somewhere.
No, I totally understand. That's why usually when I have like one of my, especially new clients, they're asking me questions about how to do, what to do about the tax and the structure and the strategy. And that's why I refer you, Simon, because you know how to sort out this issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm sure there's a cost for this. It's your fees, it's your hard work, it's your strategy.
Because we spent 2 years. The reason why this works is because it's personal circumstance. I wanted to reduce my business's overall tax liability. And so we spent 2 years working out how to do it. And then we're like, again, same thing. You build a business because it's a business in itself.
Yeah.
You build a business out of personal circumstance. You've solved a problem for yourself or your friends or family. And then you think, well, I can help other people with this.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
But as you said about the marketing, I'm against it 100%. You know, like for me, my team aligns with me. But even if they didn't, I would emphasize on one point: no misleading information in any of my ads, please. Because I've seen ads like people saying you can start your business with £1,000.
Yeah,
right.
I see them all the time.
Yeah, well, how? Tell me, like, if I don't know how, tell me, I will do it.
Yeah,
you know. But no, it's not the case. It's when they start paying 1,000 and then another 1,000 and then you want this? Okay. Where is the £1,000?
Yeah,
£1,000 is around 5,000 dirham. Where this happened? Even in outside Dubai, the cheapest license is 5,700 dirham, maybe.
Yeah,
which is more than £1,000.
Yeah.
You know, and this is just a license with no establishment card, with no visas, with. So I don't like to do this just to generate lead.
And
because
people even do it in direct messages now. I had someone message me on LinkedIn, would you like this framework for such and such and such? And I said, yeah, shoot it over. And they sent me a link to a payment landing page for a program. And I said, this is not what you said. They said, yes, it is. You asked for the blueprint. I sent you the landing page. I said, if you read your own words above, it says free blueprint training. And I copy pasted it to him. And then he said, oh, yeah. And it obviously he'd been advised to do this by some marketing agency that weren't into the details. He hadn't reviewed what he was actually saying either, and then just set up some kind of bot to do it, offering one thing and then giving something else.
I mean, I understand from marketing strategy that you should be smart the way you're planting your hooks online, you know, but as well, it depends on the niche and the industry you're working in. You know, if you're working to consultancy, the most important point is to give proper information and true information in order for people to trust your consultancy. Otherwise, like, why they want to work with you, you know? So yes, I understand on some products, if you're doing marketing, you play around with the wording a bit to get the attention of the client. I understand that. That's absolutely fine.
You might say, look, it's possible to still live in the UK, set up a company in Dubai and pay no corporation tax. Click here to find out how. That's not misleading.
Actually, that's exactly why they will be interested in talking to you and getting more information about that and how to save. But if you tell them straight away, like, you can just open a business and save taxes. No, it's not like that. It's a long journey with a lot of planning and strategy from your side in order to reach this point. And for me, I would stay this way. Any field on marketing, I'm doing the marketing for it. I would keep the transparency from day one. Like, this is who I am, this is what I say, what you see, this is what you're gonna
And it
get.
comes back to trust, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When you started, which is one thing I didn't ask, but I wanted to, you were working, presumably you saved some of that capital, because people are interested in the practical application of how to start a business. Did you save some of that capital in order to fund Guideway, setting up, doing your own branding, building your own website? And initially, did you use some of that saved capital to run ads? Or were you going and physically networking to pick up those first few clients? Like, how did you get the point where, how long did it take you to get to the point where Guideway was making enough recurring revenue per month to replace your previous job income?
All right.
And how did you get through that initial stage?
I would say first, I wasn't an employee.
Okay.
So I was a freelancer.
Right.
So I was working on project basis.
Yeah.
Right. Even here, when I'm doing like getting a new client for a new lawyer, I'm getting small commission. The events I used to do, I was getting paid by project.
Okay.
But the thing is, I don't know if it's gonna sound right or not, but I would say once you don't have a plan B, this is when you succeed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I reach a point, I'm not happy with all what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm not happy how I'm being treated. You know, it's in any job I worked before, I do it as if it's my own business, but the manager or the owner or like they don't see it maybe the same way. They see it like you're just doing your job.
Yeah.
You know. So I decided like if I'm willing to put all this kind of effort for someone else and make them succeed, and I've seen it happening, why I don't put it for myself? So that was where the thing happened. It always comes from a bad situation or a bad something that happened with you that triggers this emotion and this push for you to move forward. Starting the business license here, we all know it's not like a big fortune, you know, like it cost me maybe like £2,000, £3,000 to just start the full business license. And I started alone, as I said. So this, yes, it was from saving. Moving forward, I kept working on word of mouth, you know, and then I closed a couple deals. And then from these deals, I located them fully to the marketing. And then from marketing, I start growing and growing.
Because they'll turn into recurring revenue.
Yes.
And you have a bit more comfort of incomes coming in.
And I have to say, like, I had a big support from my wife.
Yeah.
Like, we have our own savings, unfortunately, but fortunately, on the other hand as well, like, we had to touch this saving.
Yeah, me too. My wife, I think I earned 25K my first year. My wife was a dentist at that point, earning like 100K, maybe 80 to 100K. So she supported me for a full year.
Yeah, same with my wife. Like, luckily, and I'm happy that even from the very first year, we are in profit, you know, and we are in good profit. But during this year, you had a few months that you don't have enough just to cover the running cost, you know. So I had to use our personal savings.
Yeah.
But this is what made us reach today, you know, like a little bit, as she said one day, what we are saving it for. If we're not willing to invest in you, in ourselves, what we're saving it for.
Yeah.
You know, so I appreciate what she said, and that was a great support from her.
Yeah, and there's a couple of things there. Have savings, because you might come up with a business idea that's outside of your idea. Second one I would take from that is, don't just sell clients one thing. If you've got related services that can follow on from your service, think about what those are. So you can create recurring revenue and long-standing clients, because just one-off revenue and then letting that client go somewhere else for things that you could provide or you could partner with other people to provide.
Yeah.
And revenue share, which is really clever, because you could have just decided, I'm going to build the biggest ever boutique business setup service and focus on visas and so on and get my renewals every year and build that up.
Yeah.
But you've actually said, what do I enjoy? I love growing businesses.
Yeah.
We both are interested in marketing, and we love to see when funnels work and look at ROI metrics. And
and I don't want to work on the quantity more than the quality. Right? So I want my client
build with you.
To build a long business relation together.
Yeah.
Starting from the business setup and moving to all the digital solutions.
Yeah.
So I prefer this kind of client than a client just to sell a business license.
Yeah,
you
same
know?
for me. I like to go in, look at the systems and processes, bring them into online accounting, get them weekly bookkeeping, maybe hire them a bookkeeping team or do it ourselves. Then we go into building them a financial plan, setting up their measurement processes, dashboards, so on. Then their investment strategy, then their performance reporting, and it just goes on and on and on across a sort of 12-month syllabus, and then acting as a CFO. And this might cost them £25,000 a year. You know, so it's not for everyone, but for the right people, they can see with the ROI guarantee that they're getting the money back and they're getting a whole finance team. But you don't need very many of those clients then. 10 clients, 250K a year, 40 clients, you've got £1 million business.
Yeah.
And it's a small business. 40 clients is a boutique thing where you're actually part of their business.
Yeah.
Right.
And they are happy to have you and you're happy to have them.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be happy getting paid 2 or 3 grand a year just to file their accounts.
Yeah.
Right. Because AI could do that or some other accountant could do it. It's not best use of my time or my team's time. Same alignment for you, right? You want to do the higher value strategic things. Yeah.
Like I wanna have a partner. I like to call my clients partners more than clients.
I like that. Yeah. I like that. What are your 3 keys to success so far? Obviously, these might change over time, but you can repeat the 2 that you had, which was hard work and having support. But if you've got 3 more,
no hard work goes unpaid.
Yeah.
But this said, you have to be consistent.
Okay. I can see that.
Hard work doesn't mean if you are hardworking for 3 months, you're gonna get paid. Maybe it's 6 months.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 8 months, but you will get paid.
Yeah.
You know, but you have to be consistent. Not like today I feel like working, tomorrow no. The minute you open your eyes, you're growing your business, that's when you start working until you fall asleep.
And even if, like with working out, you don't feel like working, but you just do 2 really productive hours on your high priority tasks. Yeah. And making sure your team are doing what they should be doing and you followed up your high value prospects and so on and so forth or whatever. Yeah, you should be able to take time off and go on holiday, but maybe not in the first year.
Not in the very beginning.
Maybe you're still doing an hour or 2 even when you're on holiday in the first year.
I read a nice quote actually saying, like entrepreneur work few years that no one can even live this way.
Yeah.
In order to live the rest of his life the way no one can afford to.
Yeah.
You know, so you have to pass through this years. You have to sacrifice.
I think if you enjoy what you do, like now I'm really having a second wind. 1, to create generational wealth and choice for my kids. And 2, to build Dubai like it's a new business. And so I'm on holiday. Now I take my laptop to the pool and I work for 2 hours and then I enjoy the rest of the day. Because I've been to the gym in the morning for an hour and a half. Then I've done 2 hours work. And it's still like 10, 11 o'clock. I've got the whole day with my family on holiday. But I'm not then going back to my phone at all.
Yeah.
Then I'm leaving it alone. Yeah. Rather than that little thing where you dip in and out all day.
Yeah, but you reach this point or this luxury after
15 years. Yeah.
Yes. You know, so someone coming here, starting their first year, second year, third year.
Yeah, you're right. I used to work, I used to get to the office at 8 in the morning, leave the London office at 7 p.m. Go home, watch a quick program with my wife, do it again, 6 days a week. Then Sunday I would do no work so we could have some time together.
Yeah, so
I did that for 3 or 4 years.
You didn't reach where you are today from the first day. It took you a few years.
Yeah, I still feel like I'm in the first years then, I guess. Then
because you still have the excitement.
Yeah,
you still have, and
love it.
This is the third point.
Yeah.
You told me 3 things. This is the third point.
What was the second one?
The consistency.
Oh, got it.
Right?
Okay.
You have to be consistent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the third one is don't lose excitement. And if you lose excitement, then you're doing the wrong business.
Yeah, or you need to find something else within your business that remotivates you.
Yes,
like resetting up in a new
country or adding a new service that is related to your existing services.
Yeah.
And definitely, as I said it before, I'll repeat it. I know it doesn't sound good for a lot of people, especially for you. You are into finance and don't have plan B.
Yeah.
You want to succeed.
No, I agree with you. When I
but I know like people with the risk assessment.
I didn't have a second choice.
Yeah, just plan A. Just one plan. Don't call it.
I think lots of people would disagree with us.
Yeah.
But I never have a plan B.
That's when you succeed.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't give it all when in your unconscious you have another plan.
Yeah.
Okay, if this doesn't work, I still can do that.
Yeah.
But when you have only one thing in your mind, I have to make this work because I don't have other plan.
Yeah.
It will happen.
Yeah. No, I agree. And your thing about finding different excitements. Recently, we got asked a lot for clients like, okay, you have 20 people in your back office in the Philippines. Can you recruit me someone? And it just started happening randomly more and more. And then so I had this 2-day conversation with ChatGPT to write me a go-to-market strategy, which I plan to bring to you guys as well for verification of the brand, brand name, brand guidelines, and then build out of the website with Christina as a marketing manager to work with you guys. But basically a traditional recruitment agency, but hiring offshore team. It's very simple. You want someone to do this job instead of hiring in the UK, let's hire you that person offshore. There's a single fixed recruitment fee, unlimited replacements if you need them. And we will also charge a small monthly amount if you want for ongoing support, leadership, management training, teaching you how to run offshore teams, so on and so forth.
That's a brilliant idea.
So
It's
this,
just
imagine-
not for the UK only.
Yeah.
It can work perfectly here.
But even in the UK, now imagine how many just accountants, for example, have 15, 20 staff in the UK doing basic jobs that are coming up to retirement that don't need rehiring in the UK. They can be hired offshore, right? Offshore for me isn't about being the bad guy and saying like sack all your loyal in-person workers. It's to say when you make that next hire or when that person retires or when you're trying to reduce cost, that person gets promoted and someone else needs to come underneath and do that administration task, you can hire offshore. So anyway, it's just an example of like, I'm really excited about that business.
Yeah, but like
It's a new thing.
for everyone, there's something that excites him. You know, just keep moving. Don't lose the excitement. When you lose the excitement, it's not only about business.
Yeah.
Friendship, relationship. When the excitement dies, the full relationship dies.
Yeah, you're right. Like my wife and I, we went to Ibiza recently, just the two of us.
Yeah.
We danced together till 6 o'clock in the morning. Now we come back for months and months and months. You just put a song on from your Ibiza trip. Sonny Fodera was the DJ. I'll send you his set. Amazing. And it just brings you back there.
Yeah.
You have that excitement again.
And this is very important.
Right? It's the same. Relationships, business, everything. I lost my motivation. You're not there yet. You're only in year one. It will take you 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Because when we hit 1 million turnover and profits were good, and I'm like, okay, I made it now. I got Porsche, I got Range Rover, got a nice house, go on holidays, fly business class.
This is when
I'll buy some
laziness
golf clubs
a
now.
bit
Yeah, I stopped working on a
kicks
Monday
in.
and a Friday. I thought I'll play golf. And then the business started stagnating. Then it started like, oh, these problems, we're coming, you're not around. And I realized, this is stupid. I'm not even enjoying this lifestyle. I like working. Like, but you go with like what people say is success. Okay, you've made it now. Now that is the time when you don't work anymore. You play golf. But if you enjoy work, why are you stopping?
Do you really believe any successful person in the world, they stopped working?
No, not the really successful people.
No one stops working. Okay, you can manage your work better, your tasks efficiently, and your time.
Yeah.
Your time, you gain more hours for yourself, for your family. This is when you feel like it's paying off.
Yeah.
When you're treating all your family the best life and you're getting this extra hours, but it doesn't mean you will be out of your business. You always have to be managing your business one way or another.
And what do you like to do, if anything, outside when you're not working? What are your hobbies?
You would laugh at me. When I have free time, I'm thinking about a new business idea. Literally, like either studying it or thinking like doing some market researches to see what are the right opportunities now. And you know, in my field, I'm always talking to new businesses, to new ideas. So it always stays in your mind, you know?
Yeah.
So you start thinking, okay, this is interesting. Let me have a look. Like, is it a good field for them?
And
like,
I know you talk to business partners, look at other opportunities. I think it's good because I have people come on the podcast and they're further down the line. And I might say, what's your daily routine? Okay, I'll wake up, meditate, do a sauna, do this, do that. Yours is just like, okay, I'll wake up and I work hard.
Yeah. Till I sleep.
Yeah. Then I get up and I work hard.
Yeah.
And then when I'm not working hard, I'm thinking about another business I could work hard on.
But
I
enjoy
I'm happy
it.
to do this for 2-3 years. And then maybe
I enjoy
I'll put some balance in. right? Some different things, and enjoy,
Yeah.
reward yourself with the money that you're making from your business.
Yeah, and I really enjoy doing this. It's
Yeah.
not like I'm doing it because I have to, it's because I want to.
Yeah. And I think if you're going to pick someone to work with for your business, you picking someone that loves what they do and genuinely takes pleasure in delivering a good result is an easy way of differentiating who should be your supplier.
Yeah.
Do they have a genuine love and desire for what they do, or are they just doing it because they're in that business to make money, or are they a part of a big operation, you know?
Yeah.
That's cool. Is there anything that we have not spoken about that you wanted to mention or talk about? Otherwise, I'm going to ask, how can people get in touch with you? Do you have any initial offers or free audit or things like that that people can take up?
No, I think we covered a lot.
Okay, cool. So where can people find you? Like, where are you most active?
People can find me on either through our website, they can
Yep.
reach out, which is guideway.ae,
Yep.
or on Instagram, they
Yep.
can reach us through the pages Guideway Services.
Yeah. And I'll put your links in as well on the description.
Yeah.
If people want to get in touch, either to speak about initial setup in the UAE, or they're already set up and they actually realized after speaking that they maybe skip past the whole branding,
Yeah.
having a proper thought process about how they approach the UAE,
They can
or
reach,
any location really with their business. Do you offer like a free initial
Yes,
consultancy call?
all
How
our
does that work?
all our consultations,
Yeah.
first time, it can take up to 1 hour,
Yeah.
which is a free consultation.
Okay. And you'll give them at the end of that call, in your opinion, these are the areas that I'd focus, these are the steps. So even if they don't go forward with you, they have like a mini action plan,
Yeah,
right?
and even if we need like more technical reviews, so my chief creative officer or the marketing director will
Yeah.
attend the call.
Okay.
Okay, so to give their insight, and
Yeah.
this is still we're talking a free consultation, you
Yeah.
know.
Nice.
And then a proposal will be shared.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's agreed on, we move forward.
Yeah.
Please share my number there.
I will. But
Okay.
look, as always, mate, it's an absolute pleasure. Thank you for coming on.
Same. It's,
Yeah. I feel blessed that you've picked me to do one of your rare podcasts.
I feel blessed to be invited here.
Great. All right. Thank you, guys. That's another episode of Founder Stories, and we'll see you in the next one.